the alpha, be the alpha.
The battle begins.
Rampage.
Dire victory.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Welcome back, boys and girls from around the world. We've got 2 series left. This best of 1 in the lower bracket between VP and Newbee, and then that upper bracket finals to follow. We've seen these teams a lot over the last couple days, and it comes down to this. Winner moves on, loser is going home.
Should be good. Excited to see best of 1s. We've seen some crazy stuff. And, of course, the best of 3 upper bracket finals between Liquid and Vici, actually, which is actually probably the biggest surprise of the tournament, I want to say.
Super hyped game.
Yeah. Vici
this one as well.
Really good yesterday. So we'll see. But, yeah, Lacoste, what are you thinking here? Newbee, they found the win over OG, a very chaotic game, but they came out ahead. Thoughts about that last match overall?
I think Newbee picked better heroes overall. Slark, Centaur, not that strong heroes, to be honest. Mirana seems so overpowered with those 3 leaps and the items you make.
Yeah,
Scale
I'm
so well into late game.
You know what counters 3 leaps, though? Pounce.
It's true.
Plus
then,
3 seconds
then you
pounce
get
for 3
BKB.
extra leaps. Huh?
That's true. Actually, I love that talent, the 3-second leap, or 3-second pounce. But the problem is she has BKB anyway, so she was getting away.
What about that
quite often.
time when he tried to man fight a DD bottom?
Did it look like she had DD, though?
I saw him picking it up.
She's wearing, okay, well, if you didn't see
But
it,
cosmetics, yeah.
Yeah, she's wearing blue stuff, and she's glowing slightly bluer.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the reason if we're making this case is because Slark had his ultimate there, and he didn't use it.
I didn't see. During the cast, I didn't see. I saw it was ready once he died, but didn't see if he had it
could
before.
have been 1 second off or so, but it seemed like he might have not realized it was a double damage, and, I mean, he died in, 2 seconds? Second and a half?
It was pretty fast.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's tough to say, but unfortunately, I don't think that was really the game necessarily. They were probably going to lose anyway. I actually like this. I think Slark is kind of a meh hero right now, but that game I thought was pretty good. The Razor didn't end up doing a whole lot, which is unfortunate. I really feel, again, I don't really necessarily think it was the pick, but I thought Invoker could have been really good, but maybe they're not comfortable running. Maybe they haven't even tried running Invoker since Resolution's been on the team.
It also just seemed like Axe was the perfect last pick for Newbee. It was like
Axe
that
is
missing
amazing.
piece of the puzzle that just brought it all together to make that
KP
draft
had a really
shine.
good game on that Axe.
Yeah.
2-man initiations, besides that 4-man stomp from S4.
It takes a lot of skill to get 4 heroes stunned with the worst stun in the game. So congratulations to S4, but
luck plus skill combined, I guess.
Yeah, well, that can be a winning formula. It's true, though. I mean, I think that game speaks to Centaur's power right now, because you really couldn't have asked for much more from S4 that game, right? That was maybe not a dream Centaur game, but pretty good in terms of execution, and still it felt a little bit flat.
Trent and I were talking about this a bit. Stampede is definitely, I mean, obviously it's his ultimate, but it's kind of his key skill. It gets him out of the Monkey King ult. There's no way to really hold him in. They were getting out of that a lot. If they didn't have something like Stampede, the game would have probably been over like 20 minutes prior.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys think we'll see more Monkey King now? Lacoste,
Yeah.
you were the one talking about Monkey King even on day 1, and here we are on day 3 just now seeing him for the first time.
I think the hero is still slightly overpowered. I didn't see how ulti works, though, because I didn't have time to test it, so I don't have a
What do you
PC
mean?
here. Like, does it expand the range of an ulti or what?
The talent, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll give it, you know how it has these little rings, technically, of the guys? It'll just add another ring, which makes it enormous.
All right.
I heard there might be a bug with it or something like that. I'm not sure if that's the case. The other
What
talent
kind of
is like
bug?
a...
That they don't work. They don't deal damage.
Yeah, they just sit there doing nothing. They
like
just
an ogre
intimidate.
bug. Yeah.
Yeah, something like it's probably been fixed. And then the other talent is like plus 100 armor while you're essentially invulnerable to physical damage while that's up, which I don't think we've seen anybody pick that. I mean, obviously only one game, but
No, it can make sense situationally, though, right? Of course, once you drop your ultimate, if you die, it disappears. So it makes some sense, but yeah, the extended radius just seems so much more powerful. You can just cover an entire lane.
yeah, I mean, it probably depends on the lineup. Like if you have ridiculous minus armor on the other team, maybe you actually end up. I mean, that's like a berserker's call for how long does Monkey King ult last?
Like 18 or 15 seconds.
I mean, it's better than a berserker's call. Like 3 times better.
Pretty long time. But folks, we've got a draft. We're not going to delay any longer. Let's jump in. Newbee versus Virtus Pro.
All right, what do we got here? Night Stalker, Lich, Undying.
Okay.
Undying. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Let's see how much they favor the Beastmaster. We saw Pasha pick that up in the last series and completely dominate.
Undying has had such a weird trajectory in this tournament. We saw him like pretty much every game, in games where we thought there's no way Undying's going to work here, and he still gets first pick. And then today I'm looking at my notes, and we haven't seen Undying touched at all.
VP played it, didn't they?
Today?
I don't think so.
I don't remember them
did a
picking
Bane,
today.
Beastmaster, Slardar, Nakes, Potom draft? No, I don't think they did. It might have been banned once or twice, but
I'm just checking if you're
somebody
paying
picked it.
attention.
good.
Somebody picked it last night though. They got the
Yeah.
Death Tombstone, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that was the
Feed
that was
twice-
the Vici
twice
VP
gold.
game, but it was Vici that played it last
Okay.
night. So maybe what Lacoste was thinking of.
Bane first pick.
I think they're gonna go for bottom.
Yeah, they have to.
Just straight bottom.
Newbie has to pick bottom right now. 100%. Too strong of a combo with Bane, and obviously the hero itself is.
She's fine without Bane, so the combo is,
I mean,
very good.
this is the best of one. It's a little bit risky leaving a hero like that in right now. That's been pretty much dominant throughout this tournament. I would say that might be. I mean, obviously we've seen Beastmaster only twice. He's done really well, but it's a small sample size. Mirana feels like she's getting through most of the time and dominating overall.
Yeah, and Undying, you either like win those games pretty easily or just lose them so easy as well. There wasn't like a medium.
Yeah, no middle ground there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also just keep thinking, what is the actual counter to Mirana? Like, if you see her get first pick, what does that go to
Slark.
shut her down? We thought it was Slark, and we saw how that went last game.
Well,
They'll grab Ogre
it worked
first.
okay. It worked okay. It's just
Yeah.
the rest of the team around him didn't exactly work out. But yeah, Ogre. So who are we going to be buffing this game?
Yeah, Ogre is the same hero as Bane. They don't need any items. They still do a lot of stuff during the early and mid game.
I haven't really seen even noticed the Bane level 10 talent where you take the damage, you steal the damage essentially.
That's his level 15, isn't it?
Is it 15?
I think it is.
Bane?
Maybe that's why we haven't seen it. Good luck getting
Storm
level 15 in the
Spirit
game.
level 25 talent on the right. Go.
Is that the one where he poops himself? His remnants?
Might be.
As he goes?
Yeah, might be.
Do you think that's... Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Do you think that's a bad talent? Think about this. How do you go high ground? You know how they do that whole zip through mid from Fountain?
Yeah.
You kill multiple waves with that, and the only way to get rid of them is to run into the remnants. Obviously, if they dissipate on their own, but that takes a while. It's not. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying. The other one's probably better. The other one's like Pierce Immunity, I believe. Overload. Something to
Let's
that
double
effect.
check. We have the power. Yeah, it's Overload pierces immunity or the auto remnant per 500 ball lightning.
Yeah.
Overload going through BKB is pretty good.
It
Auto
is.
remnant,
hard
what
to
does
pass
it
up.
mean? Like just one
Every
remnant?
500 units that you travel with your ult,
Just one remnant.
it'll drop a remnant. Automatically.
Randomly.
No, where you are.
Like wherever from the 500 units as you
Alright.
zip. So it can be used to farm. You can get double remnants, and again that base defense. I don't know. I'd have to see it in action. I know. I know Blitz really hates it.
Really?
He didn't really try. It was just more his patch notes analysis based on it. But I mean, I would think the Overload one's definitely better. But I don't think we're gonna. We might see a Storm actually.
So,
You know who's in the pool is Spirit Breaker.
Nature's Prophet. I'm referencing this mostly from that interview earlier, but I asked Lil if the position 4 Prophet is viable. Makes me wonder a little bit if that's something they could be trying here.
Yeah, kind of a flex pick, I guess.
I don't know.
It's not the most common thing,
Nature's
but-
Prophet and Bane together.
It's a weird support
weird
duo.
support
Yeah.
duo. Yeah, I mean, probably gonna be a Pasha hero.
Wanted to bring it up just in case, though. Something to keep on the back burner.
Yeah, you mentioned Spirit Breaker. I don't think Spirit Breaker and Ogre are a good combo as well. Two heroes that want to roam around.
We did
not
technically
a
see
good,
it. Remember that game where there was 3-5
No wonder
positions?
they lost. Yeah, so,
That was a weird
who
one.
actually ended up being on position 3?
The Spirit Breaker, I think, was the 3. Yeah, it's not great. I agree.
Viper, Queen of Pain, banned out by Newbee now. Bat Rider. We'll see what VP wants with their 5th.
Maybe Newbee wants to go,
10
if
seconds
they need
remaining.
that lane support, go for something like Witch Doctor, which is pretty good with a cask against the
5
Nature's Prophet
seconds
summons. Also, the extra cask he gets on, let's say, level 15, and all those bounces just to stop the Bane in general. Stops
you-
the push easily.
Search for Bane on your computer for a second.
Yeah, what do
I
you
want
got?
to double check on this Enfeeble thing, because I feel like we're wrong.
What
for
was
some
the
reason.
debate?
We're
About
not
the-
wrong. Either you're wrong or I'm wrong.
Level 10,
We could both be
Enfeeble
wrong.
steals damage or 6 armor.
Okay, so I was
Level 15, 150 cast range or 40% XP.
right. Okay, for some reason I couldn't remember if that was built in or if it was an actual talent, but level 10, yeah, okay, that sounds right. Haven't really seen that come to fruition too much. We had the Nightmare. I can't remember the last time we've seen a Nightmare auto attack either, like in lane. You know, because
Yeah.
you can be able to auto attack without waking them up now.
Yeah, it seems
feel
to
like
be
we
a
haven't seen that.
fairly
We've just been
minor
seeing-
aspect.
I think a big part of the reason because of that is because we've seen so many Nightmares into arrows. That's like the combo of the tournament, the age-old combo, if you will.
5
It all
seconds
comes
remaining.
full circle in Dota. A lot of options for Newbee here.
They also want to look for a hero that benefits from Bloodlust as well. One is Mirana, but you want to have one more. That's why you picked Ogre.
Yeah, they've banned out the Night Stalker already. That was the one that came to mind for me.
When in doubt, you can always bloodlust those towers as well. What do you think about my Empower idea? Were you listening to
Empower a tower?
that? Yeah. You
No.
split shot
No.
towers. Split shot towers. Just imagine the possibilities.
With what?
With
Empower?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why split shot?
Why not?
Just because.
And put the nice armor
could do
with
cleave,
level
I guess.
25 Lich.
Yeah, we've removed shrines, so now naturally we just need to buff the defense, right, Sunsfan?
Yeah, I like the idea of buffing towers to make them almost like another hero, in a way. I mean, you got the frost armor, level 25. You can heal it by 30 HP with the Lich.
Plus Treant as well.
Yep,
Make him
Treant
move
heal.
somehow.
Techie's mind moving
Yeah.
type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
That would be-
Move him offensively.
okay.
Like put all the tier 4 towers, the tier
together?
1 towers. Yeah, just invade.
I mean, Treant has like a level 15 talent that regrows trees after 3 seconds. So this, you guys might think we're being crazy here, but that's just as crazy, I feel like.
It's gonna come
Yeah.
in the next
Next patch, Ice Frog. We got it.
Newbee
Beautiful.
really unsure what they want with their third. They're going to chew through all of their reserve time, and we will see. It's the Magnus.
All right, empower those towers, guys. Let's do it.
We've got the buff squad, Empower as well as Bloodlust. Could they
Alright.
be angling for a PA? That's what, when I see those two heroes, PA is always the first one that comes to mind. Or the Troll Warlord,
10 seconds
Potom. She
remaining.
likes Battle Trance, right?
Newbee's
Yeah,
turn
Troll.
to pick.
It's actually a hero I don't think we've seen once this tournament.
Correct. We have
Surprisingly
not seen
enough.
him at all.
But they definitely need a melee. That's pretty much 100%. So expect Virtus Pro to build around that. So Star obviously really good in melee engagements. That'll most likely be their position
or
4.
Silencer.
Turn to pick.
Or
Phantom
PA.
Assassin.
Who called it, boys?
Okay, PA.
Wasn't me.
All right.
Solid
well,
draft, though. Very scary for Newbee.
So do you want to go for Battle Fury, get that plus 20% cleave, plus Empower?
Oh yeah, that sounds really. I mean, Battlefield is 100% necessary now because of
10
Sprout, right?
seconds
Yeah,
But
remaining.
you're right. You want the double cleave? You like that?
Yeah.
5 seconds.
more
No,
cleave,
actually,
the
it's
better.
technically a triple cleave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is there such a thing as too much cleave?
No, of course not. You need to
Never.
get enough to be able to cleave globally. Then you hit a limit at some point, right?
I see. Yes. I like this Newbee draft though. 4 heroes that have a lot of synergy together. Virtus Pro.
I know they're thinking about Lifestealer. I don't think Lifestealer is good this game though. At
Yeah,
all.
this is a very similar flavor to that last game against SG. They had Bane, Beastmaster, Slardar, Nakes, and the Potom themselves.
I mean, they have the carrier for him, but I feel like PA is really good against him. Magnus RP will wreck him. A lot of escapability from Mirana. Ogre's just whatever. He's just a fat piece of meat. Who cares? He's actually mostly armor, so I would say Lifestealer doesn't like playing against him either. So probably not a good option. What else are we thinking here? Let's get counter to PA. How about somebody? So Nether Toxin's out with Viper, right? What about a Silver Edge carry? I don't know if we've seen Silver Edge this entire tournament.
No,
Have
I
we?
don't. We've seen so much Viper. There hasn't really been an issue with getting break.
Right.
But who would be a good Silver Edge?
Slark.
Don't tell me Slark. I was
No,
about
Slark
to say
is,
it.
well, technically it's good against Marana, right? And PA if he gets a Silver Edge, but no.
I mean, in theory.
Uh,
In practice, I'm not
We
so
saw
sure.
Virtus Pro playing Sven against PA, going for
Okay.
that Silver Edge as well. I think,
Okay.
yeah, that's their time.
all right.
Silver Edge was bought.
Yeah, Sven's pretty good. I like that.
The dreaded anti-mage still in the pool. He's been the talk of the town. I don't know if it
Eh.
fits here.
Nah, against the
don't
PA
think so.
with the Empower.
Turn
Yeah,
to
that's true. All that cleave. Probably don't want to do that. Vengeful Spirit.
Ooh, I love this. So this is going to be position 1 Venge.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Group up and fight 5-man, maybe a little split push with Nature's Prophet. That aura, quite good in this game. You have a potential talent. I forget what level it is.
10
Actually, it might be
seconds
25, so maybe
remaining.
this is jumping the gun a bit. But the Magic Missile going through Magic Immune,
5 seconds
which is
remaining.
huge in a game like this when you have 2 BKB carriers in theory with Marana and PA. But
Virtus Pro's turn to ban.
I like it. So, what else can they go here? So they need a mid. Technically, Venge can dual lane mid if they really want, and they can go something crazy like Drow strat, just go all in. But maybe that's a little too all in. I don't know.
I don't know, Drow against PA, Marana, they can just jump into
they
their
have a lot of
face,
catch.
plus the Magnus. Maybe they just need something to hold them in place. A puck seems a good choice.
Yeah, Puck.
5
Puck could be
seconds
good.
remaining.
Puck with Venge swap
Virtus
sounds pretty
Pro's
dirty,
turn
actually.
to pick.
Razor might be something they consider. Something high tempo. Though I do agree. I think somebody with more control might be ideal.
I think Puck is actually perfect. That's a good call.
Yeah,
The break
could agree with that.
of Coil deals so much more damage now since there's no initial damage anymore. So,
So with the
like
Venge,
swap, essentially you can get whoever you want. They'll kill whoever, especially if he gets agged at some point in the game. But okay, it'll be a disruptor. So
Disruptor.
So is this a core Slardar?
it must be.
Nah,
How about a core Bane?
Core
guys?
Bane,
Let's see
yeah,
this.
one
Let's see
versus
this.
one.
I want to see this.
I want to
Wait,
see that
what?
sleep.
This is old school, like
hits.
Lion mid, Lich mid, Bane mid. I want to see it, man. I mean, there's not much better. If it's literally a 1v1, Bane is extremely strong, but I highly doubt we'll see it. I want to, though. I want to believe.
Huh. Very interesting draft from VP, and it's a Dazzle last pick now
Okay.
from Newbee. Oh, a nice defensive support. Keep that Moogie
No
PA
one Bane,
alive.
it is.
Oh my God! Yes.
It's a mid-core Bane picked up by no one. So Disruptor and Slardar are going to be the
Enfeeble.
supports, and it's a Pasha Prophet.
Enfeeble against PA is going to be so good early game. Holy, you actually steal that damage, and once you get to level 10. All right, I don't know whose lineup's actually better because I'm super hyped about this core Bane. So I'm gonna go with VP.
Do you believe in the core Bane, Lacoste? Do you think this is actually legit, or is this a gimmick?
On a mid lane, well, if it's gonna be a 1 versus 1 matchup, that's gonna be super strong. I'll go with VP. I just want to see
Dude, this
core
is
Bane.
we got Dota 1
to
blood
win.
here, right?
Yeah.
So we have to go with the nostalgia factor. That is awesome.
All right, well, this
Bane
is exciting.
Elemental, someone called it.
Bane
Was it
Elemental.
you?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
There you go.
Love the Elemental.
I'm in the Newbie camp, boys. I think this PA is going to be buffed up, and I think she's going to go buck nasty. But alas, time will tell. An exciting game as we go into our final best of 1. The game is loaded in. We've got Mott and Trent Pax to take this one away.
All right, thanks so much, guys. And it is the last best of 1 of the day here. A huge game between Virtus Pro and Newbee. And we have something super exciting, Trent, of course, the mid Bane. They were talking about it on the panel. How do you feel about this pick coming out for Virtus Pro here?
Well, we've talked it up quite a bit. The idea that with all these changes to Bane, his stock only went up, right? He was already a top-tier support in the past patch, right near the end of it. Everyone talking about him, and then now there's this possibility. It's all over your pubs. You've all seen it. It's the mid Bane. It's just another great reason to pick him early. It's having that versatility in the draft phase, and it finally comes out for the first time here at Dota Pit.
Enfeebling, stealing damage, plenty of damage to be done when he gets to that level 10 talent. What are the items that you would go for on this mid Bane? What do you build up into for this hero?
Well, the big one's been the mask. The
that's
mask
the
of
classic,
madness.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see exactly how he wants to play it. For now, just going to chill out with some Soul Ring here.
Yeah, so we'll see if he gets to that point. No one on it for the Bane. They have some other good heroes solo playing the Disruptor. They're sitting on a ward right now. They have no idea. It was just placed down by Newbee. They smoked up to get that ward down. They're going to back away. And in fact, they see that VP are contesting this bottom rune spot, and they're going to head towards the top lane instead. KP already harassing down Ramses this off lane for the Magnus. And looks like we will see Solo TPing in just to make sure they secure this. Although KP, Magic Missile, he's going to deny it. No, KP just gets it narrowly. Solo already threw out the Thunder Strike, couldn't glimpse him back or anything. So good try there, but he will grab the rune.
Yeah, it's a hefty price, but he has a salve here, so a win overall for KP. And it does mean we still go 2-2 in terms of the runes overall here.
Yes. Speaking of 2-2, we have 2-1-2 for Virtus Pro starting off. Lil's going to help out Pasha. Slither Crush skilled up. Meanwhile, mid lane.
It feels good, you know. Back to the old Ogre times. Back before there were 2 heroes mid every single game for both teams, this guy was the one who would kind of show up and do his thing. Maybe try and stay out of the EXP range if he can, trying to keep getting his main denies, bashing away. When it comes this early enfeebled, you can see no one's already laying out. It's nice to have someone who isn't going to be enfeebled.
Dude, and the patch may change, but in the meantime, Ogre continues to have, right now, 5.5 regen and 8 armor. Things stay the same.
It's a matter of time before Nyx is just back in every game mana burning mid, I'm sure. Yeah. We got like 1 week of 1v1s.
We go in cycles, Trent.
Yeah, we'll come back to this soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we will see. No one already has to ferry out a salve. Uses it immediately. He just bought another one, also working on Soul Ring, which pretty good. So he will grab that. We'll keep our eyes peeled in the mid lane for now, but there's going to be action elsewhere, perhaps, maybe? No. Looks like there might be some harassment top lane, KP Thunderstruck, but Solo is out of mana. Cannot throw down the kinetic field, and just some harass. And this might be a tough start here for KP in this top lane of the Magnus. It's, the Mag doesn't have the Iron Talon to fall back on anymore, which is kind of an issue for that off-lane Magnus.
Overall, probably not going to have the quickest farm in Blink Dagger like last game. Things went relatively well for both offlaners. This game, the whole game plan, though, I feel a lot better for Newbee. Oh, a little bit of a dive down bottom onto Pasha here.
A deep dive. This is not a little dive. Mugi went in for a bit, and then they said, all right, we're going to peel off. That's a little too much for us.
But this is definitely a window draft on the Dire, right? This Bane thing is super cool. You have all this damage. It's very pick-off focused, killing players, but in terms of his actual like flash farm potential, he is 0, right? No way to clear waves or anything like that. So I'm not sure if they'll be able to get enough done with the Venge core and the Bane core. Whereas on the side of the Radiant, you have Magnus, who's going to be buffing up this PA. And although she tends to be in more of those like momentum-based drafts where you're trying to keep snowballing harder and harder, she has the Empower to fall back on here. Yep. So she can get really fat if there's any sort of a stall in this push that comes out from VP.
So you're looking for a good start then from Virtus Pro to get into that Mask Madness like you talked about, so the Bane can get that farm. It might take a while. Or just getting kills also would be another huge thing. But.
And they have a lot of those great tools for the mid-game too throughout their other heroes, right? We have the Wave of Terror from the Venge and the Corrosive Haze from the Slardar, so we have a really nice way to take down Roche, which is going to be one of those key aspects for them. Pasha, looks like he's going to be forced to TP out of here.
Ooh, that Shadow Wave almost brought him down, level 1, so he will just make it away. The Poison Touch also doing some damage, but he's fine for now. And now we have some heroes corralling mid. No one ignited up. He will lose his clarity, but he's throwing out the Enfeebles like crazy.
He also just got his Soul Ring delivered, so he's made it to what he needed.
Yeah, and now he can just spam this Enfeeble like crazy. Level 2 Bane set, maybe. He's holding the point for now. He's level 4. He just got it. Fire Blast coming in. Lil has to use the Slithering Crush. He has the Guardian Sprint ready as well, but he will get up to the ramp and stay alive for the time being. He will
Mirana hits for 2. I don't think she's realizing. She's still actually throwing out right clicks.
Oh my god. That's disgusting. She has literally 2 damage.
He just got a last hit.
That's insane. That's Triple C. If you can get more than 1, I would be impressed at this point. It feels pretty impossible. He had 2 damage when he's enfeebled. That's not even fair. What are you supposed to do there?
All right, well, this will be a little bit of a sleep fest there. Oh, there's a Disruptor on the high ground over here. I think maybe there's a skewer play by KP.
Nice. He's going to get the rune. No, the Slithering Crush Lil. He's going to take it from him right under his nose. Good try from KP, but so far so good for Virtus Pro. They have 21 last hits for their Revenge. They have 20 for their Bane and 15 for their Nature's Prophet. So in terms of getting farm early, it's happening right now. No kills on the board yet, but this is going according to plan for Virtus Pro for now.
It's funny, at least SCC is one of the rare heroes that could actually like Nightmare, or he can avoid the Enfeeble just by like arrowing the range creep or something. Hasn't seen that yet.
Keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah.
It's he's having a rough go of it for sure. He's starting to slow down as one would expect. He's at 10 last hits to the 23 of the Bane. This is what you pick the hero for, or at least in part. The Bane is able to shut down the enemy mid with the Enfeeble.
Jeez, I can tell you, Mugi's having a nice game though. Because currently he's sitting on almost 1,300 gold and he hasn't even picked up brown boots. He's just holding on to that saying, am I even going to need those?
So what do you go for then on the PA? Do you, I mean, like Battle Fury would have been something you would think of, but he has Empower to fall back on. So do you just go for something else in terms of itemization?
That would be a lot of cleave, though.
It would be.
Yeah. Battle Fury, Empower, 20% cleave.
That's maybe too much.
I think of maybe like a Deso-based build, just trying to blow up some of these heroes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Solo's going to get chased down. Magic Missile will come through. KP taking a lot of damage. He's got the Shockwave. Skewer not used. They will get first blood as SCCC rotates in. He doesn't need
this is such a good
too
early
much damage.
rotation.
Ramses is in trouble as well. Magic Missile's back up in 2, but he won't be able to use it as Triple C and Kaka are both walking away back underneath their tower. So they will get first blood. KP narrowly survives. He actually had like 30 HP on the way out, but he will indeed get home.
Man, Faith gets come hang out mid. He's level 4. Although he's watch out quick 6 from no one, but not gonna be able to close in there.
Nice. This Bane has, or this Dazzle has 0 damage now. Excellent. Literally does nothing. All right. Well, yep. Faith is getting some levels. That's good. He's got a ward on him as well. We'll have, I think, SCCC rotating back down towards mid at some point in the near future. Maybe they just want to like keep him up top and just try to get him farm that way. But
I
don't know. He's doing pretty well after that kill. So there's that. KP rotates mid. So he's going to try to leech levels and get some experience. And go
He's below his Dazzle right now.
Ooh,
and there's, speaking of which.
Yep, Slithering Crush. He will get the Grave off and go for the TP. And he just got it off in time, and that will save his life.
KP gives him the well played. Deserved, I would say.
Nicely done.
Oh, Magnus kind of notorious for being able to survive some of these. Oh, top lane. Nice arrow follow-up. Had plenty of practice last game. Still on point here.
Yeah. Triple C is a pretty good tournament so far. He had some good Queen of Pain games earlier on in the upper bracket, so we'll see how he does here. Again, he is behind. 15 last hits, 2 denies. Mugi, the one hero that's really farming for Newbee right now, like you mentioned, 37 last hits, 16 denies, Brown Boots, Aquila. But, I mean, everybody from Virtus Pro, at least all 3 of the cores, are getting some really good farm. And they don't really need those like Blink Daggers or big items to start things off here. They already have Phase for Pasha. He's going to have Drums soon, and then things might be starting to get going here for Virtus Pro in a little bit.
Yeah. One nice thing about this Bane last pick, too, is that when we were nearing the end of the draft, I was kind of contemplating what that hero was going to be, right? The Empower one that was left in the pool, you think of these like Trolls and Jugs, or Faceless Void as Mugi well gone on.
Lyrian Crush will come through, a couple of auto attacks. He is rather tanky. He has the flow to work with as well. Thunder Strike, they should have the glimpse back. He's going to use the Phantom Strike away, and he will, in fact, make it out. Picks up the Phase Boots along with it.
Yeah, and what's nice about the PA, though, is that she's definitely one of those classic heroes with the Empower, but in this game, you have a lot of physical-based bonuses coming out on the Dire side. Lots of minus armor, Vengeance, Aura, all this stuff to buff up right-clicks, and obviously you're getting a ton of return and value out of your Blur in a game like this. So the more levels Mugi gets, the harder he's going to be to bring down.
Wave of Tear coming out. They will get the swap off. The Slithering Crush, nicely done. The Magic Missile will come through as well. He has the raindrop. Shouldn't save him, though. A couple more auto attacks coming in from Pasha. That will do the job. And he will get himself out. So nice little gank there, using that swap as soon as Ramses has it, and they get a kill off of it.
Yeah, it's hard to want to put points into the Moonlight Shadow really early on as a Mirana now. With the triple leap, you really want that early charge time, and of course you don't really want to take away anything from your Star Storm, so there won't be any assistance there for our Ogre.
Yeah. We will wait on that, but he's actually catching him quite well after a couple of, just a few minutes top lane. He's sitting at 3K net worth, only about 300 behind the Bane. So despite Virtus Pro having a pretty good advantage with this mid lane, it's only a slight advantage with a 1K lead. But the Radiant Courier will fall, Pasha will grab it, he TPs in. And he's pretty happy about that. Just going to dance on through.
Gotta say, no one has been focusing quite intently on this mid lane right now. His last hit's currently 53 and 34 denies. So, talked about not having any sort of wave clear. This is true, but he's just mega focused right now, trying to get his way into that level 10 talent, which kind of defines this new style of Bane.
They throw in an arrow top lane, which was Lil then correctly guessed there was a ward. He pinged it out, so they will know that's there. He's going to run in, though, and he's going to get caught with a Fire Blast. I think Lil is just dead at this point. Runs into 3 heroes, maybe overestimating how much damage they can push out, or if he can get that stun off in time. So Newbee, they have that ward, they get the kill, and it's 3-1 at this point. So still pretty early, and again, like you talked about, you can farm up on this PA with the Empower, and it is going to be the Deso for the Phantom Assassin as well.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the most logical one to go for. And now we're going to try and bring some attention to this top lane. Bloodlusted Mirana poking away at the tower. She's got that lovely range. She swapped in.
There's the
leap number 1.
Kinetic Field is up. They have the Shallow Grave. He leaps in further looking for solo. Might get the kill. They get the Grave off in time as well. Faith will still fall. Does he have another leap? It's on cooldown for 6 seconds. He's got a salve. Can't get it off, nor will he use it. And that's going to be 2 kills just for a support trade for Virtus Pro. So nicely done. SCCC a little far up and gets caught by Virtus Pro's Ramsey.
Yeah, that was probably the there's no way I'm getting out of here play. Yes. So I'm just going to go for a kill on somebody here. Obviously, Dazzle going in for the save, though, is what wound up costing them 2. So now Prophet, great hero to punish this. Came in to kind of schedule the backlines in case they tried to escape, and now they're going to turn that into a very nice push here. Tries to pull the wave away with a Treant, and adds a lot more damage onto this tower.
Yeah, the creep wave will get in, though.
Oh, arrow. This might help get a cleanup. This would be really from downtown, but
Will, yeah, he just avoids it.
Not
And
quite
that
there.
was before they had drum, by the way. When they have drum and even Mask Madness for the Venge, maybe things get easier in terms of taking towers. But
so many Masks of Madness.
Yeah.
This Bane almost has his completed as well.
2 for Virtus Pro, which allows them in just to farm extraordinarily fast. And we saw that from OG, actually. I think they had like 2 or 3 Mask Madness of their own in that one game where they had, like, I think Void plus No Tails Venge. But we will see how this goes for Virtus Pro. No one has a haste rune, so he's pretty speedy. He came down bottom looking for a target, but immediately TPing away is Mugi into that mid lane. And, what is KP sitting on right now? 800 gold, so he's still a ways away from this Plank Dagger, but he's getting levels which he was kind of getting shut down on previously when he was in that top lane.
I think the Axe game was a bit of a tall order in terms of a hero that's not necessarily that popular right now. The Magnus is certainly a more popular one, but with the laning setup he was given, very tough stuff in this game. And then obviously Call, you're working with a much shorter cooldown compared to RP. And when it's a high tempo draft like the one VP have, where they just like, they can come right back after you use that RPs. Oh, KP, the rough stuff continues.
They have the Moonlight Shadow. It looks like there's no detection. Lil doesn't have a 6 yet, so that's unfortunate. But meanwhile, Newbee are trying to take top. No one was looking for a Fiend's Grip. He is level 10, by the way, so now is that Enfeeble steals damage. There's the Sprout, but as Triple C just jumps out, he has another leap to work with as well.
A little 360 there.
Yeah, that was hype. Magic Missile. All right, well, he just blew away Faith.
And before Pasha rotated up here, he also took bottom. Oh, he is arrowed now, though.
Arrow coming out. They have the kinetic field along with the stars from coming in. There's the Fairy Fire. He pops the drum. Still in trouble. Gets pushed out of the Sprout. The Treant's coming in. The swap saving him now for Ramses. There's the Wave of Terror. A double kill. Fiend's Grip coming out as well. They're going to get 3 heroes here. They're going to give it to Pasha with the Treant, getting the last hit. That is a huge fight. They still did lose the Nature's Prophet, but they should get a tower out of this, perhaps. It's half HP, and they're backing up for now.
Yeah, at least Mugi was able to clean up with a dagger, but still a humongous win there for VP. It looked like SCCC just deep again here. Second death, 3 kills, 2 deaths, and 2 assists. After a play like that, you can't expect anything else.
No. I mean, at this point, they're doing all they can for Newbee. Ramses is super farmed, so is the Bane. They're starting to take down towers. They really just need more farm in their PA, and especially getting this Blink Dagger and Magnus. So that's really what we're waiting on here for Newbee at this point.
Bill's Blink Dagger as well. It's going to be pretty sweet for VP. He already has 900 gold in the bank.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Level 6 now, too. He's got the sprint to work with. They're moving into this Tier 1 tower mid lane, starting to put some pressure here. More drum charges available. Medallion also picked up for Pasha.
Yeah, the wave, or rather the minus armor is just insane on the Dire side.
It's nuts. Oh my god, Wave of Tear, Corrosive, Haze.
It'd be interesting to see how no one plays this with the blink on the Bane. Like, how he's able to, like, who do you choose to jump on top? I guess it's to help grab the Dazzle. And just the overall mobility they're going to have with all the vision, the Wave of Terror.
Yep.
Okay.
Getting in and out, weaving on through. No one.
Certainly don't need more damage, that's
No,
for sure.
he definitely
So
doesn't.
it's all about just the mobility.
They will take the tower. He already does a lot of damage without the Enfeeble, so that's a scary thought process if you can get it off on somebody, especially a carry. They're going to move into Roche because, like you mentioned, they have a million minus armor and a drum charge as well to work with if they want to pop it.
I don't think there's any way you can contest this without blink on Magnus.
No. I don't. They can't even really move in. Moogie's nearby, but there was going to be a ward that spots him, and Solo has Static Storm if they want to go on him.
Yeah,
They
that ward's
also
been there
have
for a
Fiend's
while,
Grip
too.
Arrow's going to head to Ramses, so it will scout him out. Moogie's backing away. No, he's just going to continue to farm in the jungle. Kinetic Field comes out. There's the Aegis taken. They're going to go for the Static Storm here. Pasha's coming in. They should have Sprout available. They do. The Glimpse back. He's waiting on it. Phantom Strike. He's got a teammate coming in Faith, but he's a little too far away. There's the Southern Crush. They're going to find the kill. The Grave's not there in time because the Dazzle has to deal with 2 heroes elsewhere, so he couldn't get there to save his ally. And that is a big kill plus Roche going the way of Virtus Pro.
Every hero on the Radiant had a TP, and they just decided that there was no way they could make a save there. Felt like it was too risky going onto that shrine.
They're just trying not to lose too much. KP now has the Blink Dagger, which is the biggest item for Newbee, but he's going to die right after getting it. Slithering Crush comes out. The amount of damage no one just did. is actually insane.
He has plus 197 right now when he's near the Venge and he steals with an Enfeeble.
Oh my god, 200 damage at 15 minutes plus the 98 he already has in his base damage.
That's a little absurd. 300 right click. Okay.
I'm sure that's probably not fair, but you know what? We let it go. My god. And they also have some really good vision here too for Virtus Pro. They can see SCCC's movements.
Look at the damage on Mugi too. Like minus 62 right now.
Yeah. He doesn't have Desolariat, which is at least good, but still, I mean, like, he needs some power, he needs Deso, they need a good RP to get him back in the game. They're not even really that far behind, but look at the top 3 cores. It doesn't
have
feel like
another
they're that far
Enfeeble.
behind, but my god.
Well played.
Well played. Yep. Agreed. Good work, no one.
They're trying. They're waiting here. They're like, okay, he's going to come in one more time. He's going to Enfeeble you, and then I'm going to jump, and I'm going to RP him.
They're like
All right,
all up
now
here.
go bait, Mugi. Go.
Now they're back.
Be brave. There it is. That was it. That was the Enfeeble.
The thing is, they saw them. There's a ward that scouted out pretty much all of Newbee on this high ground. Like, they saw him over here.
Yeah.
So, they're sitting towards the south instead of, like,
you would think it was
up.
Bane with the Aegis with the way they're playing right now, but they're just not confident enough. I guess, like, let's say he gets RP'd, then they're just going to come right back. So it pretty much has to be some sort of just a blink skewer play.
Yeah, I think so. They have the blink on Lil, by the way.
Yeah.
He's working on Midas too, because why not?
He's
not
almost as farmed as KP right now.
This game feels rough. This is a one-game series, by the way.
Yeah, this is the way that you imagine this draft to go if everything's successful for VP, right? They got everything they wanted with their super quick push. They're just going through the motions here, getting the towers, holding that Aegis. A little bit of fake play here too, because you'd expect them to go for the tier 2 mid, so they're hoping someone's going to come up and grab this wave.
Yeah.
No, they figured it out.
Target. There's the scan.
They ran away.
They were waiting for it. They're like, there might be somebody here. And in fact, there is. Virtus Pro will just back up now. They scanned as well mid. They can't find it. And maybe they can make a go on Pasha. I like this play coming in from Kaka and the rest of Newbee, but Pasha's already TPing out. He is playing this so safe. He sees 2 heroes are missing off the map. He's like, all right, well, they could be top. I might just back up.
We also have a very nice ward inside the base here. See if that gets paid. Oh, down bottom. The RP
coming
has to be
in,
used.
The skewer back as well. They're looking for the kill. The Southern Crush counter initiation from Lil. They've got the Nature's Wrath on top of it all. Ramses is low, but he has the Aegis to work with. They might get the kill. Yes, the crit comes out. They'll blow away this poor Slaughter, but it is just a support for RP used on the side of Newbee.
Looks like they're going to get away with the Aegis intact here.
They want Ramses really badly.
And they find that ward just because of the way they were playing that. So it really paid off that Lil did get caught inside of that RP, though. He was able to get the crush off that I think saved the Aegis for them.
Yep.
But obviously still pretty good pick off here for the Radiant side.
And that's rough. You commit a full RP, you get it onto 2, and you still can't really get too much out of it other than support.
Mugi is still eyeing up the Battle Fury here as well. There's some problems, right? Enfeeble, undispellable. Very frustrating. You have to have your BKB going, so it can't be targeted. Just think of it like a halberd. It's pretty frustrating. So I don't know if he is to consider it early or if he's just to wait, like try and hold back till someone disables no one.
Yeah, this is not easy.
Oh, Ramses finds a nice little regen rune here.
And they'll go for a smoke behind Mugi at this point. He's going to sit and just farm the wave, and they'll sit behind him for now. They'll walk up KP, going to give him power in the meantime. And we'll see what moves they decide to make. Virtus Pro are sitting close to their tier 1 tower, so they're going to smoke
They
too
see Pasha with a ward up here, so they know if Nature's Prophet is up here, they're all going to be focused either somewhere in like this area of the map, probably hoping that they were like lingering in the jungle, obviously. But they are going to smoke up and actually head in towards. Yeah, and there's a circle drawn out here from Ramses. He's correct.
So they're just going to push top and take the tier 2 then.
Yeah.
And they'll try to go for a trade, I would suppose, on Newbee because you can't fight into it. Although RP should be back up. Yeah, it is in 8 seconds. So maybe if they want to try to go for something crazy, they can. They're TPing back Mugi. Will they go for a defense on this top lane? SCCC can set up here. He's in the trees now. We will see Virtus Pro pushing into this tier 2 tower. But again, there's an 8k lead. You have plenty of damage. Aegis is gone now, something to consider. Vengeful Spirit no longer has that to fall back on. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to back up and farm. They're not even going to try to take the tower bottom.
2 Shadow Blades now finished up here as well for VP, so starving those Radiant supports if they want to put any sort of coverage around themselves.
This is ridiculous. 20 minutes in Virtus Pro, this push strat is working out perfectly. If you can even call it that, it's just good play in general.
I'll call it a push strat.
Okay.
I'll be willing to go there, Mon.
Thanks,
It's a
Trent.
push strat.
I'm glad you have my back on
I'm
this.
in there.
That's why I can rely on you.
Oh, Lil goes for a quick play, hoping he could catch KP, but he went a little bit further down before TPing.
Moonlight Shadow to come in from Newbee, but they're just going to push out the wave top lane. And I mean, it's not like this. You can get back into this game just with 1 or 2 good RPs coming in from KP, but it's so difficult, and they need so much more damage, especially from this Phantom Assassin. BKB is almost done. That's the big item for PA, and then you can start really doing some work. So he's going to just not go for that Battle Fury, which he had queued up earlier at this point.
Top lane.
Dude, he's so fast.
Yeah, he's a speedy dude.
Yeah. I don't know what his move speed was with Mask Madness, but it's 425 with phase used. And he's just walking on out. He's also going to be BKB for Bane. Such a weird game. Makes sense though.
I'd be so scared to use my RP in this game because they're just gonna march on you.
Yeah, they just push
the second you do it.
Yep. And then what are you supposed to do? Get a skewer?
They're also going for that Silver Edge up against the PA.
It's pretty good.
And even the Undispellable, the Scythe being queued up here for Pasha. Maybe some Dragon Lances could also come out here just for someone to be able to push.
Another good ward will spot all 5 of
Pasha.
Newbie. Pasha's just dancing it up.
I'd be feeling like dancing too if I was in this game. Can you believe it's only 8-6? I mean, it's not a kill-based thing at all. It's just that it's too much. You can't fight into these guys right now. You just know how strong they are.
Yeah, despite it only being 8-6, the net worth lead is 9K. Let me tell you, Lil is certainly smiling.
Out of my way!
See what else happens here as he's looking for a target bottom KP, Corrosive Haze, but Lil's here alone. He is still working on this Midas. 5K, he's still just behind KP on the mag. They are choking out the map. They're taking everything they need. The only thing VP really could use more of is Roshan and a tier 3 tower to take shrines. But
Yeah, that's pretty much just what they're waiting on.
Yep. We got 10 seconds before it may respawn, so we're still waiting. Did they just smoke on top of that ward?
He's
They
all about
really
the
did.
Midases today.
I think Newbie really just smoked on top of that ward.
Might be a hard one to tell, but see how their movements go here.
We will see. Virtus Pro, they're going to smoke themselves, at least 2 of them.
Radiant
All right.
are
Oh my
scanning.
god, it was an instant rush respawn.
And
Get
that
in
scan
there.
was also really close. That's actually kind of crazy. Instantaneous.
Could they even take it in time before?
Yeah, they
Virtus
have
Pro
the
came
Death
in?
on PA. They definitely could, but it's super risky. The
They're
positioning is
gonna arrow it.
difficult.
Yeah, the waves are kind of
I think you have to, right? You can't afford to give this up.
They're going to go in. They've got the Bloodlust.
You're going to lose if they get this, more
They
than likely.
need this Aegis. They desperately need this Aegis and cheese. And they're probably going to get it, although VP, they're smoky moving over right now. Looking for a Static Storm. They're going to smoke again.
Where's this super fast Slardar?
He's up on the high ground for now. Wave of Terror coming in. They'll grab the Aegis. There's the Fire Blast. Can't get off that Static Storm. Ghost Scepter will come in, though, and now Mugi has to wait. And his BKB, it's getting smaller and smaller at this point. Solo getting chased down on the other side of the fight, though. KP, he's going to get craved up. They're already going to lose 1. That's going to be their Ogre Magi going down. A double crush coming in from Lil. RP doesn't get off in time. Ramses will take him down. Faith gets blown away by no one who has the Enfeeble ready to go. And Mugi about to get jumped on. Swap back. They're going to lose Aegis, and they'll probably lose a lot more. As Triple C, Fiend's grip up. No one's got a double kill. This Bane, an absolutely fantastic pick, and all 5 will drop from Newbie. Ramses gets the triple. They only lose Solo out of the entire exchange, and they even use the Aegis as well. Now with 10K lead, they're going to march straight down mid, take this tier 3 tower, and perhaps the game, Trent.
Yeah, Solo was out in the park with his kite, just walking around the PA, took him up the stairs, wandered around a tree, and then just before dying, ulted her. So she did nothing that whole fight. Like,
Nope.
yes, she has to fight and zone this Disruptor, but because of it, she just wasn't involved with anyone else. And the rest of the team just got picked off one by one, and then, of course, she was focused down after the Aegis. Now her buyback forced out. Tier 3 down, Shrines to follow. And they sink deeper and deeper into the hole for Newbie.
The amount of damage Virtus Pro are pumping out at this stage of the game is absurd. They've been doing significant damage with no one in Ramses, and it's only going to get worse as the game progresses, I'm sure. Because the Silver Edge is now out for the Vengeful Spirit, which means things get a lot easier against this PA. They force the buyback on Mugi as well, so that is also really bad. And they lose, actually, just a tier 3 tower, which is good news for Newbie, all things considered. Yeah. It feels like not long until they might lose a Rax out of this.
And that top shrine, of course, will be the next one to fall. But they are definitely not out of it yet. You have to keep in mind how ridiculous PA can be when you get those nice little rolls there.
Yeah.
Rolls from getting fat, rolls on your crits, and then PA becomes this big old monster.
They just need like that one big RP from KP first and foremost. Whatever else happens after that, who knows? But if he can get the RP, they have a chance. Easier said than done. Virtus.pro are playing very methodically, as they have when they've been ahead in most of these games here today, and of course the rest.
They got a lot of luck they got to work with here. They need kind of maybe a lucky arrow when they're scouting,
right.
Some luck in a multicast perhaps, luck and some PA crits.
Yeah, RNG is definitely going to be a big factor. I'm not sure how you win a fight otherwise.
They say fortune favors the bold, and they are getting pretty far away from their base. So maybe it scales
certainly
in terms of your
play.
RNG.
That would be...
maybe Newbie knows something we don't. They do have that cheese left.
Yeah, that's what they're relying
nice.
on, perhaps. They've got the Empower. He has the BKB.
Radiant's top
Working on the Nullifier, too. Just makes sense. Strong dispels.
Lycan Sphere will be the choice here for SCCC. He can pop that on top of Mugi and try and deal with that Enfeeble.
He's been working on this item for like the past 10 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not 10 minutes, but still.
You know, man, Prophet, the second you lose a tier 3, your shrines are just forfeit. You know they're going to die. He's just going to endlessly send these treants at them. There's nothing you can do.
There's really nothing at all you can do.
Dire scan down bomb, see if the smoke's coming through there. That was about a minute ago.
All
A little bit behind on this one.
They're going to group up now. The good news is for Newbee, they took away
here we
Roshan.
go.
Solo's going to get caught. There's the arrow. All right. He's got the Ghost Scepter. If he stays alive, this would be ridiculous now. The Shockwave comes out. KP will secure it. They need about 1 million more of those and on better heroes than just a Disruptor, because I don't think he really matters at this point, but they still get a kill. All right. Slow things down to the very least. Now a Halberd coming out for the Venge. They are strict. They know that this is pretty much all on the PA. And if you could shut this hero down, the game is pretty much over. Like, SCCC is still super far behind. He will have a Lincoln Sphere here in a moment, which is great, but...
I really like this choice from Mugi. If he completes it, the Nullifier makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, the strong Dispel.
And also the fact that if you jump on someone like the Disruptor, he won't be able to use the Ghost Scepter. Hops on the Venge, won't be able to Shadow Blade away, won't be able to Halberd you, for example. Jump on top of the Nature's Prophet, also can't Shadow Blade away or Scythe. There's a lot of really cool opportunities with a mute here, simply because they're so far behind in terms of gold.
And it's just good damage, too, overall. It builds with a Sacred Relic, obviously, so... Some good stuff. Virtus.pro taking things slow. Next Roshan, not until at least 3 minutes and 15 seconds. There will be a Moonlight Shadow. Newbee perhaps getting a bit bold, as you mentioned earlier.
Solo out again.
Mid. Solo is going to go ahead and Ghost Scepter. They're looking for a target. Ramsey's also running with that Silver Edge. They can't find anything. Coming in from the side. Here comes KP. He's going to find Lil. Southern Crush about to come in. Static Storm. They won't find anybody. The BKB is up for Mugi. They want Lil. They're about to find him. 1 kill. That's all they need. But the Fiend's Grip comes out. Finally, they'll bring him down. The Hex is on KP. He still has the RP at the ready. They need to get this kill. Posh is getting chased down. This is looking good so far on the side of Newbee.
Oh, the
There's
cheese.
the skewer in. No one's in trouble. He's going to get dropped down. It's a triple kill for SCCC. 3 down. Virtus.pro, they just gave away so much gold to Newbee. That is absolutely insane. The fight recap.
She's on the run under a ward right now, too.
Ramsey's
this might not even be
down.
the end.
He's got the Silver Edge, but he's going to get RP. KP there with the dust at the ready. The crits come out, and Mugi gets another. That's 4 down for Virtus.pro. What was once an 18K net worth advantage, now down to 9K. And Mugi is on top of the net worth right now, Trent.
Well, that's one way to get your way into a Nullifier, I would say. Just wipe them all in the mid lane. So close there, too. That Stack Storm came out, but KP was able to wiggle his way out of there. And, of course, helping to secure that final kill. But it was certainly Mugi rampaging.
Oh, man. Newbee, they're filling it now.
You know it's possible, though, right? I mean, we talked about the push. We talked about the timing, the windows.
Well, definitely now. Yeah, 100%. I mean, before, 18K net worth, that feels almost insurmountable, but they've got that one fight. They didn't lose their Rex, which is the most important thing. They only lost a tier 3 tower within that last Roshan that they lost out on. And now they have Mugi pushing down mid. Ramsey's up in 15. How strong do they feel? KP, he's Shadow Bladed up. They've got the Fire Blast. No one, he's going to get jumped on. Good Slender Crush. There's going to be the Static Storm. They have BKB. He doesn't want to use it. Now that's forced out. Kaka might be in trouble. The sentry is dropped down as well. They have the Grave at the ready. The force out. Kaka's taking a lot of damage.
Arrow on no one.
They've got the arrow there. Slither Crush comes in. They want more KP skewering out. There's the Hex coming through, but Moogie, he's in. They're looking for no one. They need the auto text. They're going to find it. The BKB is popped. Ramsey's going to jump down on the backside. He's going to get dropped down. A double kill for Moogie. They're looking for more, but everybody escaping from Virtus Pro. And I should say just 2, in fact, as 3 are down in the dirt. They've now gotten it with a 6K net worth advantage for Virtus Pro. It is swinging back heavily in favor of Newbee now. That is insane. 2,000 from that fight alone, and Moogie is huge all of a sudden.
I have to say, that was pretty terrifying. When Moogie didn't pop the BKB, it felt a little bit greedy there, but in the end, it certainly worked out. Able to use it a little bit later on in the fight. He did get enfeebled that fight too, so a lot of the damage had to come from SCCC.
They're going to get a tier 3 out of this, Trent, and maybe more. They have no buyback on their both of their huge cores. They're going to get a full set of racks out of this. Can they get more now? There's tier 2s and tier 1s still available. They have to TP back because the Nature's Prophet, he is ratting. He's trying to force out rotations, and he will. But that is already mission accomplished from Newbee. They have now swung the net worth graph back in their favor just about. It's a 1K advantage for Virtus Pro. That is absolutely unbelievable stuff coming in from Newbee.
It's so rare to see a shift come that quickly. And the later this game goes, that little plummet is just going to get squished to almost a vertical because of how quick this all went down. But now it's certainly not over. You still have to look in towards that Roche pit. It's a big deal for both teams here. It's going to be on the later end of the spawn, but that's probably what we're fighting for, right? It's going to feel like that last big hurrah for VP, and I'm still looking in towards Lil. A lot of these last couple fights, not much he can do. Gets blown up pretty fast. If he can get off a couple crushes during these engagements and lock down Moogie, they can certainly still win.
And Feeble comes out. There's the Nightmare as well. Kaka might take a lot of damage here. They're baiting this out, though. There's the Stifling Dagger forced away. No one. Slither Crush onto 2 from Lil, but they jump in. Moogie's there. He's got BKB. The break comes out. He wants this kill. Stifling Dagger. There's the Fiend's Grip. It gets canceled
he got
immediately. The arrow comes out. The crit is there. A double kill for Moogie. 3 down. It's all unraveling for Virtus Pro. Ramsey's getting chased down. Does he have buyback? He does not. He's going to get dropped on top of it all. Triple kill for Moogie, who is now unstoppable, and they're going to get so much more. It's GG. Virtus Pro, an 18K net worth lead, dropped down to nothing almost instantly within the span of 5 minutes, and Newbee complete the comeback in this 1-game series. That is unbelievable, Trent. I don't know what else to say. Oh my God.
2 fights, really. I mean, so much movement around the map, too, from Newbee, just kind of reading what VP were up to. It felt like they were just like hunting them down, trying to force that engagement. When they finally found it, it was just a couple missed skills, right? It's a best of 1, comes down to 1 game, comes down to 2 fights, eventually ending at 32 minutes and 22 seconds, it would seem.
Oh, what an apt timing for this. Newbee, they will be victorious in this 1-game series. Absolutely outstanding. We kept saying, okay, well, you know, they have the RP, they have Moogie who can get big, and sure enough, with just 1 fight, it seemingly came out of nowhere. Pretty low-scoring game overall, but God, man, the movement was crazy at the end there, but man.
It's unbelievable how much you can make up for in a gold deficit just between the Empower and the Bloodlust here from our Ogre Magi. Unbelievable. And then SCCC looking good on that Mirana today as well, all backed up by Faith with the Shallow Graves. But they did it. I'm speechless. I'm stuttering over myself. I don't even know what the panel's going to do.
Yeah.
They're all clamoring to get back in here.
Well, we'll let them talk about it. But for now, Newbee will move on into the lower bracket final. We have 1 more series today, and that is, of course, in the upper bracket. We'll take a little bit of a break. We'll get back in, perhaps with the winner interview with Sayori. But for now, we'll take a break. We'll be back soon, guys. Stick around.
the alpha, be the alpha.
The battle begins.
Rampage.
Dire victory.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Welcome back to the panel. Virtus Pro has been eliminated from the AMD SAPPHIRE Dota Pit Season 6, but for Chinese Dota fans, Newbee moves on to the next round in the lower bracket. My word, boys, what an exciting game, not only from the draft, seeing that core Bane, but also watching Newbee turn that one around after what looked like almost certain defeat.
Yeah, even without some big RPs, they actually managed to turn the game. Those arrows, after the PA wasted a full BKB to chase Disruptor with a Ghost Scepter, I thought Virtus Pro was going to take it home, definitely, but somehow they managed to through the game, actually. PA kind of RNG blessed with those crits. Yeah, looks so weird.
Yeah, I have to say something, Zayori.
Get it out there, Suns fan. Get it off that chest.
Somewhere out there, Ice Frog is smiling because when I shouldn't say just Ice Frog, but the beta testers and Valve, when they put in talents, they were envisioning scenarios like this with role reversals. I mean, we've seen some role reversals, but I don't think we've seen anything as drastic as a position 5 Bane becoming a right-click carry, and it looked like they were going to win, like you said. I think that is amazing for the game to see this kind of versatility, and I think you're right. I don't know if they necessarily threw. I mean, you could argue one way or the other, but yet
or Newbee played well,
or
whatever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they did have a window. I mean, that's kind of the case with any Venge lineup. I feel like you have this window where you need to finish the game.
Yeah.
They lost one fight, and then there was a bit of chain feeding. I will admit,
yeah,
definitely some chain feeding.
It was a lost fight, and then a lost fight, and then another lost fight. So
yeah.
It's kind of snowballed there.
Yeah.
Could we pull up the graph real quick just to take, because I feel like this is one of those games where the gold graph almost says it all. It was almost a 15K net worth lead for Virtus Pro, and over the matter of about 3 minutes, that lead was completely mitigated. That's how fast that game turned.
Well,
here it is.
They wiped them 2 times, plus Battle Fury. I mean, Empower plus Bloodlust. PA farm so fast. I mean, Bottom was so shut down in lane. She had Yasha and Perseverance at one time. She didn't deal any damage at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirana's going to get banned the rest of the tournament, I'm pretty sure. But that was one of the quicker turnarounds I think I've seen in professional play in a long time.
Yeah.
Because, again, it's not like it was back and forth. It was all Virtus Pro for, it looks like, exactly 30 minutes, and then, boom, just ended.
And
crazy.
I mean, some of that, right? Battle Fury PA. She ends up getting the Desolator. She did not go for that cleave talent that we were talking about. She ended up going for the Corruption instead, which does stack with the Desolator. But she has hit this point where her damage output was insane. Once the BKB came out, they couldn't stop her.
Yeah, I was actually
they
expecting
had Fiend's
maybe.
Grip, but it wasn't
I
enough.
thought maybe she would go for Lincolns or something like that. That's the only thing you can do against Enfeeble. But at the end of the day, she just blew up everybody else.
Yeah.
And Bane, I mean, you can see some of the limitations with Bane. If you're in the wrong position, you will just get crushed.
Yeah,
You don't really have any escape.
With the Mask of Madness build, you're silenced, and that's why you can't sleep any of your teammates. You can't use ulti on that PA that jumps you.
Yeah.
Also, Fate with an interesting build. Usually, most of the Dazzles would go just for a heal. He maxed Grave, had like 1-4-1 build at one point. He just wanted to keep people alive.
Yeah, a pretty atypical Dazzle build these days. You're absolutely right about that.
I'd be interested to see perhaps a little variation in the build for Bane to see how it does without Mask of Madness. Maybe like Mjolnir, just actual right-click items. Maybe it's some attack speed, not silencing yourself so you can actually get like a Nightmare for a clutch disjoint or something like that. Blink Dagger obviously definitely needed no matter what, I feel like, but
And another big
Pretty
game
cool.
from KP on the Magnus. Not those huge 5-hero RPs that you normally talk about with big Magnus play, but some key RPs to like interrupt the Fiend's Grip on Bane, especially at the end there to free up that PA and just secure that final fight. In
I think
such
that was the only one,
stunning
to be
fashion.
honest.
Was that the only RP?
Yeah, he RP'd
The only one
PA
that
once
mattered.
they were chasing near that shrine.
all you
Fair.
need is
On the
one.
left side.
But it,
All you need is one. That's right, Suns fan.
super cool game. Even though they lost, I'm excited to see Well, I don't know actually if I'm
Bane
excited to see
mid-losing?
Bane in pubs, but in professional play, I'm definitely excited to see that and perhaps some other heroes in the future. So
Yeah, you're definitely right, Suns fan. Role reversal is the spice of life.
Okay.
All right, folks, we're going into a break. We've got one more series left today. It is the upper bracket finals, the best of 3 we've been talking about all throughout the day. It's Vici versus Team Liquid. A lot to look forward to. One more series. Stick around because we're coming back after this. Or are we? I don't know. Maybe? Cut to a break, production. Thank you. Oh, sorry.